thankful that you are all here this afternoon. My name is Diane Magri. I'm the Executive Director of the Bryant Youth Alliance. I want to thank you, your children, for being here this afternoon. It's been just a phenomenal day. This is our first Impact Day. It's a day where we wanted everyone to be able to learn how to give back to not only their peers, but to the community, to their friends and their families. And from what I saw today, what I've heard today, you are all amazing future leaders, and I really want to thank you, and we need to give you an applause.
We're at the Ossining Rec Center, 95 Broadway.
I'm with UPS. We have partnered with BYA to help the youth get more involved in their community.
Today they are going around cleaning up the area. We have them collecting garbage from outside, cleaning up the surrounding facility. We also have them working inside, beautifying by painting and general cleaning of the facility, and just making a positive, noticeable impact on the looks, and also at the same time teaching them valuable skills.
The name of the group I'm with is the Bryant Youth Alliance, and it's in association with Ossining High School.
We're basically today doing a day of community service.
The group was made to help shape young leaders of tomorrow. Right now we're starting out with freshmen from high school, and they're trying to keep this group going so you can teach young leaders about new skills that they need to acquire to be better people in this world and make a contribution to society.
Here at the library today, we're having a little Cinco de Mayo arts and crafts fair, I guess, if you will. Just any kids that want to come by. We're making little sombreros and maracas, whatever we can.
Today we're doing something fun. Since today is Cinco de Mayo, we're doing these sombreros. It's an arts and craft. There's a demo that we made. This is Juniors, my buddy, that he made. It's cool. Yeah.
UPS is just kind of has this little outreach program where we help students, I believe at Ossining High School, kind of help them with things that they're going to need, business acumen that they might need growing up and expanding in their future.
We donate a
Put it in here?
Yeah. So you want 5, race with Z. There you go.
So the kids at Ossining High School, we have been developing the communication skills, authenticity, what does it mean to be a leader, integrity, talking about respect. And today is our first annual OHS Impact Day, where I have a group of 8 students doing community service at Atria in Briarcliff and Ossining, Stop and Shop, here at McDonald's, Rec Center, the library. They're doing community service. They're working at in the children's room. These group of students were chosen by the school counselors, as I said, and they were also invited to bring 2 friends onto this activity today. And you'll see today throughout the day, there's about 4 or 6 group of students that are doing community service. The group here, they're fundraising for the Ronald McDonald House. The Ronald McDonald House is an organization that hosts families that have critical children in the hospital between birth and 21. So we're able to host families for 30 days so they can have a peace of mind. So that's what we're doing here today. We're giving back as leaders. It's important for the students to know to stay involved. All of the students, like I mentioned, they're in 9th grade, and we hope to continue the program for next year.
So the Bryant Youth Alliance is a not-for-profit charity based in Ossining. Our focus is on leadership programs that we provide within the Ossining school system. We're very excited this year to have run leadership programs at the Roosevelt School, at AMD and M. Dorner Middle School, and at the Ossining High School. So Our focus is to help young students in all grades learn the leadership skills that they can take with them through the rest of their lives.
UPS is affiliated with the Bryant Youth Alliance through our United Way fundraising campaign. It originally started just as fundraising, but over the years it's developed into a lot more. We are actively engaged with the activities that go on, and several UPS employees are here today and in the other locations around Ossining helping out with the Bryant Youth Alliance volunteer activities.
So the value of the Bryant Youth Alliance as an organization is that we contribute directly to the health and well-being and community of the Ossining, community through its school system. It's an active board. One of my board members is with me here today at McDonald's, supporting the Ronald McDonald House with the students from Ossining High School. We have board members in 7 other locations today, because as a board we believe that we should be an active part of the program, active participants in the programs as we run them.
Bryant Youth Alliance is a nonprofit organization that has been in existence for 8 years. We are a board of 15 wonderful people from different professions, and what we do is we provide leadership opportunities to children in the Ossining schools. AMD, Roosevelt School, and Ossining High School today is our Impact Day, our first, where our 9th grade leaders are going into the community to provide their leadership and also their volunteerism to help in different areas. We're at assisted living homes, we are at senior living homes, we're in the community raising money for Ronald McDonald House, we're providing breakfast for Ronald McDonald House. So we're doing a lot, and this is all run by Veronica Galindo. She is our leadership instructor, and she has done a phenomenal job to put this all together. The Ronald McDonald Foundation obviously helps families with children who have terminal illnesses. Our students from Ossining High School are there today to provide the families breakfast. They're actually cooking eggs, bacon, sausages, providing fruit. They're actually giving them a day to rest and to relax, and hopefully to make their day a bit better.
The Ronald McDonald House is a foundation to donate to kids who are sick or have cancer, and so help them have a place to stay. It's a good way to bring the community together, and it's a good donation. You know, it's a good charity event. We like to get out here and get the community together to help people that don't have a chance at such a young age. We like to give them the opportunity for themselves to grow and become future leaders of America.
I'd like to introduce some of our board members that are here today. There's Charlie Bryant. He is the son of the father who actually developed this organization years ago, about 8 years ago now. I'll tell you about what it is in a few minutes. There's also Susan O'Rourke. There is David Post, and there's Brian Cannon. And they'll get a chance to speak a little bit more about the program and the participation that we have. So just a little bit about the Bryant Youth Alliance. We've been in existence for 8 years. We're a nonprofit. We actually depend on contributions from the community. We usually have 2 fundraising events a year. It's a golf event, and then it's a formal, I would say, event, but it's where that money is used to develop the programs. Leadership is one of them. Aside from leadership, what we've also done is career development, where we have professionals come in to talk to the students in the high school, seeing what careers are like, what they've been able to do in their career, and hopefully giving the students some idea of what they may be able to do. We have a Hudson Pride, which we've done with the high school for 2 years. It's actually an outside of the school exploratory program where with sophomores and juniors, they were selected to be in this leadership program. They would each month do something outside of the school to learn about the importance of the Hudson River and how it's really helped the community. Our part in it was providing some fun activities. We went to West Point where they did have a history lesson and really trying to understand and learn about the importance of West Point in our history. But we also went to a football game. We had a tailgating party. So we did some fun things aside from just our learning experiences. But our leadership programs are really important to us. And I have to say this year we have had an outstanding leader, and that is Veronica. I can't thank you enough for her leadership abilities, her just ability to really want to develop lesson plans and want to make sure that each and every one of you in that class had some fun. And I just cannot say just enough about what you've been able to accomplish, how we have seen you grow in these 12 weeks of the class. It's just been absolutely amazing. In addition to the high school, we also do these leadership programs at AMD, and we just had our graduation last week. We also do this at Roosevelt. So we are in the community. We need your support, would like your support, participation to assist us in board activities or being on the board. So think about it, because if you look around today, you really do have some amazing, amazing leaders. I would like just to take the moment to show you how much leaders that we have. With the Ronald McDonald House and those that were at that activity today, just to show you how they were able to raise over $500 today for this cause. So this is one last thing before I pass this on to Veronica. Each one of the graduates of the program is going to get this book. It's Who Moved My Cheese? I don't know, have any of you read this book? It is an amazing story, and you guys might laugh when you begin to read it because it's about 3 mice. But when you read and you see what they go through and the choices that they make in their day-to-day activities, it's going to be an amazing learn. You're going to really see what change is like. You're going to see what it's like to think out of the box and to really use the leadership skills that you really have developed over the year. And I'm sure from your family, from the community, you have really learned a lot, but I hope from the class that you've learned a lot more. So we're going to give each one of our students this book. So with that, let me just pass this on. David? Okay. To David, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diane. I think that she is far too modest, but I also think that we need to acknowledge Diane's efforts. As our executive director, she works tirelessly to execute our programs. She puts together the board. She puts together the meetings that we attend. She strategizes and executes. So a round of applause, please, for Diane. I'm going to be very, very short-winded and simply say that it is one of the privileges of my life to serve on the board of the Bryant Youth Alliance, to work in this community. I'm a Pleasantville guy, come over the hill to Ossining. You know what? Pleasantville should have asked me. I would have stayed in Pleasantville, but I was happy to come to Ossining. So it is a privilege for me to come to your school, to your district, to your community, and to assist with these young leaders, educating young minds to make stronger communities. So I want to thank you all for allowing me to do this, enabling me to do this, and for lending your children to us for this program so that we can make that happen. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Bryant. I met many of you at Parents' Night, and again, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my involvement and how I ended up on this board. I work for UPS, and in that role, I work with United Way, and I have been involved in many, many United Way campaigns where we have agencies come in and speak to our employees to try to motivate them to contribute. So in the beginning, my involvement with BYA was just financial. And through my involvement with them, I look at all the different organizations that come in to see our employees, and I always tell them, make sure that those organizations that come in and ask for that money deserve that money. And when they come back the next year, make them show you what they did with it. So when the Bryant Youth Alliance comes in and shows this, and shows these kids and the program that they just went through at all three levels, from the elementary to the middle to the high school, I was moved. So through a lot of that involvement, I ended up on the board with Bryant Youth Alliance, and it has been such a great experience. Now, my kids are not in this area, and I wish we had a program like this where we are, and we're going to look at different opportunities about branching this out. But I was able to participate in all three programs this year actively, as often as I could not go to work and go to a school instead. I had a lot of involvement from UPS. I had Justin Laporte, who is Justin runs the Bronx division for UPS, and today we were able to get some assistance from his folks. We had 9 of his team here today, each one assigned to one of the groups, and making sure that the activities went off as planned, and what a success it was. But personally, as David said, it's a privilege to have the opportunity to work with kids and hear how profound they're capable of being when you introduce them to some of these leadership concepts, which is the whole idea. Let's get them on that right path early, and let's let them build that forward as they move through their education, into adulthood, and their working career. So we're very excited about what we did this year. I think we've got a lot to build on and a lot of momentum. So thank you again for this great opportunity.
I do want to give special recognition to Justin and Val. Please, no, please stand. And I really do want to thank, they have of the Bryant Youth Alliance, and we would not have been able to do a lot this year. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I think the board's heart. And I'd also like to introduce you, Diane Adams stepped in a little bit later. A lot of you may know her from TD Bank. She is our treasurer. She keeps us really down to the nickel and dime. And I can't thank you enough so much. So thank you. So with not further ado, I'm going to just turn this over to Veronica, and I'm going to let the show get on the road.
Hi everyone and welcome. ¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos. I am so happy to be standing here in front of you all. I am a graduate from Ossining High School. And when I was in high school, I said that this is one of my goals. My goals was to work with the community, to empower the youth, and this is exactly what I did today. And my heart is very warm that I was able to work with every single one of you today. To the parents, thank you so much for giving your son and daughter today, for dedicating the long hours, because today was a long day. To the BYA, the Bryant Youth Alliance, the board members, thank you so much for sponsoring this. I think that is a great opportunity. I think that all of our students have learned something very valuable in the last 12 weeks. And I hope that we will be able to continue doing this in the next few years, in the next years. One more. Okay. So together we created the first annual OHS Service Day. And for that, I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause. Hoy juntos hicimos el primer año de OHS. Ossining High School es el primer año que estamos haciendo el servicio de Día de Comunidad. Today, some of the students were in the library, they were in the rec center. I saw some of you were painting, picking up the trash. Some of you were at Atria, in Briarcliff, and in Ossining. Some of you were at the Ronald McDonald house preparing some brunch for our families that are there with children with critical conditions. Some of you were at Stop and Shop, and Cindy from Avon was able to help us sell some lions, and also some of you were at McDonald's where you were able to sell some bracelets. Community service means dedicating a few hours of your time to benefit the community. Servicio comunitario significa dedicando unas pocas horas para el beneficio de su comunidad. It also means learning new things, exposing yourself to something you might have never done before. And it is an experience of giving. También significa que ustedes, los jóvenes, se exponieron a algo diferente, a algo que tal vez no lo hacen en un día a día, ¿verdad? Salimos de nuestros rutina. Y hoy tuvieron la oportunidad de experimentar algo diferente. Your children today were able to experience something different. As a leader, you learn that you give yourself to others with your principles and values. Como un líder, nosotros aprendemos que nosotros nos damos con nuestros principios y valores. A cada uno de los jóvenes les doy gracias por haber participado en estas 10 o 12 semanas. To all of the students, this is very hard to translate, go back and forth. To all of the students, thank you so much for dedicating your 10 and 12 weeks with me. It's been a process, it's been a learning journey, and thank you so much. So, some of the leadership skills that we learned in the last few weeks with your children is authenticity, autenticidad, persistence, persistencia, time management, gestión del tiempo, critical thinking, pensar críticamente, team leader, líder de grupo, communication skills, habilidades de comunicación, leading with integrity, ser líder con integridad, and leading with respect, ser líder con respeto. And each and every one of these weeks, we had activities, and I was able to put together a lesson plan for your child. And I hope that these skills that they've learned, they will carry with them, not only through the rest of the 3 years that they have, because this year is almost over, so 3 more years in high school, but you take those skills that you've learned through this program in college and into whatever the next step, big step that you have, whether it's playing sports or another after-school program, remember the skills that we learned. Is there anything that you would like to add to the skills that we learned in the last 10 or 12 weeks? Okay, so I'm going to present Justin. Justin has been a huge help for me. My second hand, just kind of asking him, can you please do this, can you do that? And he's been very good to me, so thank you, Justin.
Okay, I came here, I didn't know I was going to say anything, but first and foremost, I want to thank Bryant for allowing me this opportunity to spend the time with you kids, and Veronica for the wonderful lesson plans that we had. Just to watch the development of you guys from the first class I went to the last class to today, right? You've all grown a lot, and I hope you take this leadership with you and all the skills that you learned and apply them. And that's what we did today, right? We applied leadership skills. And it's, might be difficult at first, but the more you practice, the more repetition you have, you guys will, and gals, will you definitely be the leaders of our future, all right? One thing you guys and gals all had was you guys are very smart, right? Book smart. You guys came in, you did the lesson plans, you knocked it out, but kind of shy. And as the time went on, the shyness went away. And you guys became more involved in the lesson plans and stuff like that. So continue to build on that. Let this just be a stepping stone. And the volunteer aspect of it, it's never too early to start volunteering to help out the community, to make a difference, right? At the end of the day, did we feel a little different? My group today, right?
Who was in Justin's group?
How did we feel, right? We had a conversation at the end of the day, and we said, the impact you made on these people's lives today, right? It felt good? It did, right? So, and I'm pretty sure every single group had the same effect on what they did today. So continue on that path and don't differ, just keep going straight.
Okay, as I said earlier, I was able to participate in all 3 programs, and all 3 programs were built so that we could introduce the same concepts, but at a different level of perspective. So what does respect mean to an elementary school student? What does authenticity mean to a high school student? And I want to share with the parents that some of what we heard back from the students in those conversations was, as Justin said, a highly intelligent conversation, very in-depth perspective. And I think that we did a lot in those conversations to build those ideas forward so that they can carry them on their journey. The way that we wanted to build this program was that when we introduced these concepts, we didn't want any one of them to seem more important than another. And we wanted the students to understand that we're all different. And as leaders, we're all different. We come at it from our own perspective. Some people might have a different concept of what leadership means at the beginning of this program. And as the 10 weeks went on, I think that many people had that perspective change, as is what's supposed to happen through a program like this. So I've received great feedback. I've been able to attend now all 3 of the graduations, and the parents and the students and the faculty that have been involved have been very supportive with the feedback that they've given. So we would like to hear from you a little bit, and we're going to ask for a couple of volunteers, right?
Yep.
To come on up and tell us a few things. And remember, we would like to continue this program in the years to come and always make it better. So if there's something that you think we could have done a little bit differently to improve it, please share that as well. Okay?
Solo voy a traducir rápido para las familias que hablan español. Bryant tuvo la oportunidad de participar en los 3 programas. Tuvimos uno en la elementaria, en la escuela secundaria y en la middle school. Y él dice que él ha podido ver a nuestros jóvenes crecer desde el principio hasta ahora. Y entonces él está muy satisfecho, y una cosa que él quiere asegurarse que nuestros niños salgan de este programa, que todos somos diferentes, que todos traemos algo a la mesa. Y que que nuestros jóvenes lleven ese detalle siempre a donde ellos vayan, en el trabajo que ellos tengan, en el programa que ellos estén, que todos somos diferentes, que todos tenemos algo para aportar al grupo. ¿Sí? Muchas gracias. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the pictures of what we have going on here. Nick and Anthony and someone else that was part of the group are trying to work together to make a tower with 3 levels, I guess you can say. 3 cups on the bottom, 2 cups on the top, and then 1 on the top. And they were supposed to work together, communicate, and talk amongst the 3 of them to be able to put it together. And what is around that cup is a rubber band and strings attached. So with the rubber bands, they had to stack it up and work together as a group and as a team. That's what they're doing there. The one with Viviana, Rebecca, Melvina, and Nick, they are doing the marshmallow challenge. And together they had to build the tallest tower with limited supplies. They only had tape, spaghetti, string, and they had to use their leadership skills to be able to work together as a team and build the highest tower. And then I think that I would like to say that our group at first, here on the left-hand side, is them working on the human knot. Has anyone ever heard of the human knot? The game, the activity? It's when you stand in a circle and you reach over for someone that is standing across from you with your right hand and then your left hand, and then you're all tangled up and you need to work together and use those communication skills to untangle themselves. And so a group of 14 students, first of all, I know they felt uncomfortable, but once they saw that it was fun and that it was fun and that they can do this, it took them about 25 minutes to do it. And at the end, I saw them jumping up and down and say, like, we did it, and that's what teamwork, being a leader means, right? Like working together, communicating, right? Maybe you can just go on to the next slide. here Viviana and I think that's Rebecca are writing down like teamwork, what does it mean, the definitions. I'm sorry, can you please go back a slide? Ok, rápidamente en español. Aquí los jóvenes están trabajando en grupo y tienen que tratar de hacer 3 diferentes niveles de los vasos. Y lo que tiene alrededor son rubber bands, ligas. Y necesitan hablar para poder abrir las ligas y poner los vasos. Y acá también es lo mismo que hicimos en la primera noche en la reunión. Y acá hicieron un nudo de humano, que se traduce así, que tenían que estirar la mano y coger la mano a su amigo y tenían que tratar de desenredarse. ¿Sí? Okay, thank you, sorry about that. Okay, so they're writing down teamwork. I love this picture of Demi, Lily, and Julia. They did it. They're in action. Next one, please. And then here they're working, and here is Omar, our village trustee, who came in on our 5th session and spoke to our students. And they're trying to build the biggest tower with the limited supplies. So at this time, I am going to call each group to come up. And if you can grab your poster, you can hold it. And I want the groups to come up with your volunteers and just kind of give it your experience of today. And those who were in the program for the last 10 weeks, I would like one of you to just kind of say something of, what does this leadership program mean to you? Okay, so the first group that I'm going to call up is the Ronald McDonald House of the Greater Hudson Valley. Let's give them a round of applause. So this group went to the Ronald McDonald's house and they prepared brunch for about 25 families that are staying at the Ronald's house. And the Ronald's house is in Valhalla, located next to Mary Ferrer's Children's Hospital. And there, they host families that have children in critical condition. So this is a group that went to prepare brunch for the families this morning. And I am going to hand off the mic to Mrs. Tukuru. And she is going to let us know how her experience was today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Charlotte Tukuru, and I'm the mother of Nicholas Tukuru here, who's in the program. So first of all, I want to say thank you to the Bryant Youth Alliance for this wonderful program. I think I speak on behalf of all the parents here when I say that, again, we've seen our children grow. And this is a great opportunity that they were offered, and they're learning skills that I think will take them through life. I also want to say that I see you have a motto. It's inspiring students to grow. There's an African proverb which says, each one, reach one. And you've not only inspired our students to grow, but you also then have them extend themselves, reach out to their friends, and inspire their friends to grow. So you've now extended that to other kids, and now out into the community. So thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Nick Sakura, and I'm part of the Future Young Leaders Academy. And for the past 10 weeks, Ms. Lindo and the rest of the group, I think we've all been learning a lot about each other, and we've been growing closer, but I think we've also been finding out a lot about ourselves. I think throughout all the 10 weeks, I think what stood out to me was the way, I could see, we don't learn this type of stuff in school. And it was really cool to be able to get together with other like-minded people who are trying to get out there and be leaders in the community. I think my favorite session was where Mr. Omar Herrera came in, and he talked to us about how he came on his journey to become part of the Austin government here. and that really inspired me and showed me like a direct connection, because adults are always telling us like we can do anything, but that was like, he's not that much older than us. He graduated Ossining High School, maybe, I don't remember how long ago, but it was, it was in the 2000s. It was kind of recent, so it was cool to see somebody who was in our position at that time, and he was able to give us a lot of cool advice.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and I was part of the group that went to Valhalla to go to the Ronald McDonald house, which is across from the Westchester Medical Center. And basically, as she said, we were basically just cooking brunch for families that have children in the hospital in critical condition. And it was really interesting to see that all these, that in a place like ours, because obviously, now we're in high school and there's a bunch of stuff that goes on and we all have drama, and it's really nice to see that there are things that are so helpful, especially in our school, to reach out to other places and to be able to help out. I know that they also have dogs that come into the lobby, and the families are able to keep them, and it's also really nice to know that the family is able to be able to come and not have to worry about what meal they're going to eat next, or where they're going to stay that night if their child is across the street. And it's really an eye-opener, and I think it was just a really great experience. So thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Cristina Galindo, Rebecca Benedict mom. I'm so happy to be part of this program. I really, really want to say thank you so much for bringing this program to us in high school and A&D and at the school, Roosevelt School. This is a wonderful, wonderful program for the kids. This is what we need. This is what us need, creative leaders, because this is the future. This is our future. We need them. We have to teach them how to become leaders, because they are our future, like I said, and I'm so, so excited for this program, doing it here in Austin. Our experience today, it was a wonderful thing too, to go into Ronald McDonald's, and Veronica, she helped them over there. And I always hear about these things, but I never had the opportunity to go there and see what it is. And today, I was fortunate to go with this group of kids and a mom to prepare breakfast for the parents who have the kids very sick in the hospital. And I think this is a wonderful thing that we could do, in order to say thank you for our life, for our health, and to be able to do a little bit for this family. They're very sad to have the kids sick in the hospital. So I'm so, so excited to be part of this. And the kids, they did wonderful. They did scrambled eggs, they bacon, a lot of good stuff. And the parents, they didn't come too many, but a few of them, they came and they were really, really appreciated. This is very nice. That, like he said, we don't have to worry about like going home. Some of them, they live far away. Cooking or what they're going to be eating next. The food is there for them. They have a plenty of food that's donated, the lady she said, and Gina was the lady's name. She did a wonderful thing too over there to talk about and tell what it's about this book. It was wonderful, wonderful experience for me. Thank you.
We have one more thing for the students here that go to Austin High School with us. We'll be having these boxes in the cafeteria or in the band room or the orchestra room, basically just planted around the school. And for basically any soda cans, the tab, you just drop it in one of these boxes if you can find one. We recycle it to raise money, and then that goes straight to the Ronald McDonald House. So if you see one, have a can, take it off, it's really easy. So
Just Christina, if you want want to just say some words in Spanish for parents that were here?
Solo un poquito rapidito voy a decir en español. Que digo, estoy muy agradecida a las personas que están participando en el grupo de leadership para nuestros estudiantes. Esto es una buena oportunidad que trajeron para acá, para Osimi, para nuestros niños, porque ellos son nuestro futuro. Entonces ellos necesitan ser enseñados para ellos aprender y ser el día de mañana ser líderes en nuestra parroquia y a donde ellos vayan. Van a aprender a ser líderes y para que ellos también puedan salir adelante. Y entonces así están todos muy contentos con ellos de saber que ellos están avanzando y están adelante y están haciendo algo bueno por la comunidad.
Thank you. And so next I'm going to call, thank you so much everyone that went to the Ronald McDonald House. Next I'm going to call the library, the group from the library, and we're only going to have one person say something, okay? Just because of time. So quickly, everyone that was at the library this morning and today, just come up and just one of you will say something real quick about your experience today.
Okay, hello everybody, my name is Andy Jimbo, I'm part of the Young Leaders Academy. So basically, today went to the Austin Public Library and we did Cinco de Mayo themed arts and crafts activities. So we worked with the kids who wanted to do the arts and crafts activities. We did sombreros and maracas, and it was a really good learning experience because we got to use the leadership qualities that we learned in the 10 weeks while in the program, and the program really impacted my life because these qualities that I learned I will use for the rest of my life, and all the people in the program will be great leaders in the future.
Thank you, everyone. Next, Stop and Shop. Everyone that was at Stop and Shop, if you can just come up and only one person is going to say something, okay?
I don't know what to say.
Okay, hello. So today, my group and I, we went outside the Stop and Shop, and we were selling Sorry the Lion and also taking any donations, and all the money will be going to the Ronald McDonald House. And overall, my experience with the leadership program has been absolutely amazing. I thank Ms. Galindo and the Bryant Youth Alliance for giving me such a great opportunity. I know I will never forget the lessons that I've learned and the friendships that I've also made. My favorite lesson was probably the authenticity lesson, because the person who gave a speech at TEDx said one quote that I live by. It is, "I am enough." And I feel like today in society, maybe because of social media, a lot of kids don't think that they're enough, maybe for other people or for themselves. But I feel like it's always a good idea to just look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are enough for yourself, and that is what matters. Thank you for the Bryant Youth Alliance.
Thank you so much. That was very beautiful. Thank you, Julia. And I also want to thank Cindy from Avon for helping our students in setting up the table. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Adria in Briarcliff. The next group from Adria in Briarcliff. Just one person is going to speak, okay?
So hi, I'm Lily. So today our group went to the Atria in Briarcliff, and we made crafts with the people there. We decorated hats and little guitars, and it was really fun, and it was nice to know that we were helping out and making an impact on these people's lives. It's also good to see those older people who don't usually have the residents
don't usually see a lot of younger faces, only when their family comes. So I think it was nice for them to see and talk to us and just have a nice time with us. Also, they really liked our picture, so that's why it's not here. So we gave it to them. So yeah.
Great, thank you so much for being here. Bryant, do you want to come up because Viviana's by herself? Had sports. Yeah.
I'm Viviana. I was at McDonald. I was selling with Julia, Lori, and we were taking donations and also selling bracelets that said the
Hudson Valley, Ronald McDonald House, Greater Hudson Valley.
yeah. So we were selling that. It was $1, and we made a ton of money. You can see here. And we were talking to a lot of people, and even if they didn't want to buy something, they were being really nice. And basically, we were just going up to people and using our communication skills to ask them if they would like to make donations and many things.
Just very briefly, Ryan and I spent a lot of time there. I just have to tell you, this team was furious. They walked out into the drive-in line. They politely badgered people. I'm telling you, there was just people who were just dropping 20s, okay? Thanks to this team. So a round of applause.
Okay, the group at the community center.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin and I'm a part of the Future Young Leaders Academy, and today I was at the community center with my group and we were cleaning up garbage and we were painting the staircase. I know to you it may not seem like a lot, but a contribution is a contribution because we were making the place, making it seem nice as the way it was meant to be. Because no one wants to see a pile of landfill around the community center, am I right? Yes, but and also we also want to make the place a little bit more fun to be, put a little color in it, because then we painted the stairs even though it's the same color, but and I gotta say, the 10 weeks that I spent at this academy was incredible. I feel like I've grown mentally all 10 weeks, and I've learned a lot about integrity, authenticity, etc. And Ms. Galindo, you inviting me into this group program has made me feel like this has been a privilege, and I really appreciate that. And I gotta say thank you to the whole Bryant Youth Alliance for making this possible for all kids our age, and I gotta say thank you to my group for helping me out today, and all my peers for being on this journey with me. Thank you.
Theater Manor,
It wasn't as we expected. We didn't actually do a lot, but we actually did something. We made the people feel like they had somebody with them because they were all quiet there, so we had to engage them to come with us, or else they didn't do anything. So we had to physically go over there and bring them over to arts and crafts.
what about your experience in the 10 weeks?
I guess it was okay.
So I just want to say that I think that this group had probably the most challenging day. Because in many of these other groups, it was a very social moment. We were outside, we were engaged with people who were going about their usual day. For this particular group, these were folks who were cognitively disabled. And maybe that was Alzheimer's, maybe that was simply old age. But again, I think that they are the bravest group that we have today, simply because they worked with those folks in a way that was probably more than a little uncomfortable. So I think we a round of applause.
And Adriana Hudson and Austin, last group.
Hello everyone, my name is Ronald. So today we did our community service at Atria on Hudson. And I want to thank my group, Kevin Coro, Malvina, Christina, and Takayla for their cooperation. And as a team, we got this done and helped the senior citizens there. And during these 10 weeks, I learned a lot of things that I'm going to hold for the rest of my life and many values that I will take on to adulthood and my career. And our work that we did today might seem small, but it actually is making a big impact because, if you want to change the world, you got to start off small and then grow from there. So I just want to thank everybody here for doing this. And, we have to improvise because at one point, we were doing arts and crafts, but we didn't have any ideas. But with all our leadership skills, we came up with an idea and kept on going until we had to go. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the Bryant Youth Alliance for this wonderful opportunity, and that's it. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. So thank you so much for sharing. This is our last group. Thank you. So as you can see, parents, our students were everywhere in Austin today. And they dedicated their time. And they really made an impact and a difference in every single one of the locations that they were in. Thank you, everyone. And let's give them one more round of applause.
Like to add is parents, look at the kids that you have, and they're amazing, so our thanks are to you as well.
Okay, so we have a guest speaker, and the students, Nick talked about him. And I think that when Omar Herrera left that day, all the students said, that was great, and that's awesome. And they really enjoyed having Omar come in during our 5th session to talk about his leadership skills. Omar is a former graduate, like Nick said. He graduated from Austin High School. He's the first in his family to attend college. And Omar is a great role model for our students. He is a leader, an advocate, and a professional. And he is the village trustee of Austin. And he's also a friend. And with that, I would like to ask Omar to please come up and just say a few words to our students about.
So very quickly, everyone please stand. Had a long day, so very quickly. So right hand, right foot, left foot. We're gonna count down, okay? We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, you got the gist. It's it. You've been sitting for a while, so. I used to teach drama to one of my exercises. So, hey everyone, my name is Omar Herrera. I, as Veronica said, am a graduate of Austin High School class of 2008. I'm actually going to my 10-year reunion on Main Street this June. So it's really good to be here. So I'm not gonna take a lot of time. I just really wanted to first thank the board of the Bryant Youth Alliance for investing their time, their energy, their resources, their friendships and mentorships to all of us here in Ossining. I first got into leadership and I guess you could say government when I was about 15 years old through different interests, areas that were kind of personal to me, things that I kind of saw on the news or in Ossining or through my family. And one thing that I really want to stress today is never underestimate the power of picking up garbage on a Saturday or having a conversation with someone at a nursing home or a community center or at Stop and Shop. Never underestimate that moment that you do that we call community service, which I'm so happy today you guys called it the day of impact, because community service is impact. It's impacting people, impacting lives, and you can do that in any role that you are. I chose to do that in the role of government, public policy, serving our communities through the municipal level. You, when you graduate high school in 3 years, may choose to do that in the medical field. You may choose to do that as a police or firefighter or in the armed forces. You may choose to do that as an educator. You may choose to do it as an entrepreneur and as a business person. But you will be a leader in whatever role you choose to do. So what you learned here is applicable no matter who you are or what you do. So what I really want to hum-ho is now more than ever, your age range again is ninth grade, yeah. So you're turning 18 soon. I know, parents, sorry parents, but yes, you're turning 18 soon. And you know, they're calling 18-year-olds, so 18 through 21 in New York State, the group that will control public policy education in the political world in New York for the next 10 years. So because of all that's gone on, and I'm not going to get into politics here, so don't worry, but all that has gone on and the amount of engagement that is coming from young people, and because we are all asking questions and we are all at times demanding answers, when you don't get them, when you don't appreciate or understand the response that you get, that's when you step up. And that's when you step up as a team. So whether that's an injustice, whether that is an area that you feel has to be addressed, whether you feel uncomfortable about something, when you know that 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 that's not right, whatever that area is, that's when you step up. But having a team, which is what I saw here, through your mentors, through the school district, through your friends, that's how you move up together. Okay? Everyone has that team, has that support system. Everyone in this room, in this program, someone saw something in you that just made you different, which is good, and it's okay to be different. I wear this every day. Failure is not an option. You're gonna be pressed with so many times where you just wanna quit, you just wanna call it a day, you just wanna say, you know what, that's it, okay? But you need to press through from start to end. However, you're not gonna be doing that alone. It's hard to press through and not give up when you're doing it on your own, okay? How many here have a group of friends or a friend or a family member that you just know, you just have? You could be a teacher, counselor, person in a house of worship, everyone here, right? At least, I hope, and if you don't, let me know. So, I will conclude with this. The time is now, even though this is a program that encompasses you to train to be a future leader, I kind of consider you a leader right now in your role as an Ossining High School student. What you do when you're in Ossining High School, what you do when you're out of school, what you do on the weekends, who you talk to, how you talk to them, what you tolerate, what you choose to tolerate, what you don't tolerate. That is all up to you. So, I'd be more than happy to have you guys come speak at a village board meeting and help me plan Ossining's first youth town hall as to what you want to see in Ossining as a high school student when it comes to public policy, and how you want to see areas of our budget when it comes to youth programming and youth development and youth policy. Because you're at that level where now you can. Now you can, and now you have a seat at the table. So that being said, Veronica, thank you so much. Let's give it up for the team and Veronica.